As we prepare for our practice, let's begin in a comfortable seat and just taking a moment to shift gears from any prior activity, landing here. Good. So as you arrive into your comfortable seat, take a moment to sway from side to side. So let this little pendulum action bring awareness to what's happening in the body today. Shifting your weight from one side to the other. Good. And then eventually we'll start to make circles. And so you can have these circles slow or fast, big or small. Again, just checking in, seeing the state of the body at this point in your day. You could change the direction of these circles. And then notice how you're holding your head, your neck, your shoulders, and see if you might find a little more freedom in these areas. Eventually, let's find our way back to what feels most centered. So as you land, give a little bit of a press down into your seat. Let that rooting down help to lift your heart. And then let's join our hands together in front of our heart space, Anjali Mudra. And begin to deepen the breath. Inhaling a little more completely. And perhaps even open your mouth as you exhale, making a sound. You might do this one or two more times, deepening the breath. And really letting go. Good. Finding ourselves even more right here, right now, in this present moment. Tune into the sensation of touch. So start to feel where the hands meet. Noticing left hand, right hand, observing the pressure of each finger, perhaps the temperature between your palms. And as you keep your awareness on the sense of touch, take a moment to scan your body as well. Notice the touch of the clothing on your skin, the temperature of the air, perhaps even the sensation of your body touching the floor. And now bring your awareness to the sense of sound and simply notice the sounds around you. Not needing to change them or get involved with them, and simply witnessing, moving your attention from sound to sound. Good. And again, invite in a nice deep inhalation, perhaps the fullest yet. Pause at the top of your inhale. Maybe see if you could sip in a little more air, holding that breath for just another moment here. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. At the end of your exhale, gently swallow. You can give a little bow of the head towards the heart. Grateful for this brand new, beautiful day. Perhaps planting a wish or a desire, setting an intention. May we be in the places we need to be, with the people that we need to be with, and remembering to be grateful for the joys and the challenges of our lives. Let's inhale, press our prayer hands straight up to the sky, reach up, look up. And as you exhale, sweep your arms wide all the way down by your sides, touch the earth. Good. 2 more times, float the arms up, inhale, look up. And release your arms down. As you exhale, lower your chin towards your chest. 1 more time, inhale, reaching up, looking up. And exhale, lowering your arms down, chin towards your chest. Good. Keeping your chin towards your chest for a moment. Let's do the half circle of chin over towards one shoulder, and then chin back towards your chest, and then slowly over to the other shoulder. So just the front half of this circle a couple more times. Stretching along the back body. Keep your heart lifted. Shoulders relaxed. Once more, chin over to each shoulder. And then chin back towards your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Releasing the chin towards the chest for 1 more big breath here. Stretching the back line of the body. And then inhale as you lift your head. Exhale, roll your shoulders. Good. Nice. Beautiful. From here, draw circles with your nose. We're releasing right up at the base of the skull. Circling your nose, any size circle. Stay steady with your breathing. 1 more time in this direction. And then we'll change. Circle the opposite way. Mindful of your neck here as you're drawing these circles with your nose. Full breath in and a full breath out. Good. Eventually we'll bring our nose back to center. Inhale. Audible exhale. Beautiful. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze, 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 and then relax them. Good. We'll do this 2 more times. Bringing your shoulders up, squeeze, 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 squeezing them up. Keep squeezing, and then relax them down. Beautiful. 1 more time. Bringing a little more blood flow into this area. We're going to squeeze them up, shrug them up, and release. Very nice. Roll your shoulders, moving that heat around. And rolling them forward. Draw big circles with your elbows to really move your scapula across your upper back. Good. Couple more times like this. You can exaggerate it a bit, rounding the upper back. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your fingers to the earth beside you. Inhale, your left arm all the way up high to the sky. Exhale, lateral stretch as you hinge over to the side. Good. Let's take 3 full breaths here. Good. Let's come up with a big inhale. Lower that arm. Exhale. Inhale. Second side, reaching up. Exhale, hinging over. Good. Big breaths right here. Expanding through the rib cage. Relaxing your shoulders. Staying grounded through your seat. Good. Let's inhale to come up. Exhale that arm all the way down. Both arms up as you inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. full breath right here. And release. Very nice. Transition to hands and knees. Coming to your tabletop position. If you would like, you can put a blanket under your knees. Align your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Beginning cat and cow, lift your sitting bones, brighten your heart forward, perhaps looking slightly up. And then reversing the curve of your spine. Arch your back towards the sky, release your head, looking back towards your legs or your navel center. Continuing here, inhale, tail up, chin up. Exhale, arching your back, navel to spine. Make your way to child's pose. Take the knees wider apart, big toes touch. And as you shift your hips back towards your heels, you might walk your hands forward to find length through the spine. Keep the side bodies open. And then optional to rest your head and your arms onto the mat. 5 full breaths here, releasing through the low back, stretching the hips, the thighs, top of the feet. On your next inhale, tabletop position. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and as you send your hips up to the sky, press evenly through your hands and bend one knee, press your other heel back, and then switch, bending the opposite knee, stretching back through the other leg, and one more time from side to side, opening up through the ankles, through the calves. Good. Lower your knees back to your tabletop position. Walk your hands back. We're coming into a tall kneeling position. And here in your tall kneeling position, slide your hands around to your low back. Fingertips will point down. Hands onto the sacrum. A little press forward of your hips as you lift up through your heart. Keep your chin parallel to the earth. We'll find 5 full breaths here. Opening the shoulders, opening the abdomen. The placement of the hands can also help to give an increased opening for the front of the hips, releasing the hip flexors. Stay steady with your breathing. Good. Releasing your hands. Circle out through your wrist. And then you might place your hands onto your knees. We're going to aim to step our right foot forward. Good. And then moving a little forward and back. If you need to shift that front foot a little farther forward, we're going to do just about 3 or 4 more times. Moving into the lunge, opening the front of that left hip and coming out. Good. And then stay nice and upright here. Reach your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and begin to reach your knuckles down towards the earth. Lift up through your heart. Find a steady balance here. You might look at one spot that's not moving. Good. Release your bind. We'll take our left hand to the right knee and start to reach our right arm behind us. Good. Your knee and your hand pressing into each other as you twist. Keeping that alignment here. Very nice. Take your time revolving back to center. Bring your right knee back. We're in our tall kneeling position. Inhale, reach both of your arms up high to the sky, keeping your arms up. Press down into your knees, anchoring down into the earth, reaching up through your arms, through your fingers, perhaps even looking up between your hands. One more big inhale. And then exhale, arms down by your sides. You might place your hands to your hips. We're stepping the left foot forward. Here again, we'll move in and out of our lunge. Opening up through the front of the hips and thighs. Good. Staying into the lunge, we'll bring our hands around behind again. Interlace your fingers, reaching your knuckles back and down, lifting up through your heart. Full, even breaths here. As you open the upper back with this arm positioning, you might find a little freedom in the area of your neck, allowing the head and neck to move a little back into their more optimal alignment. Couple more breaths here. If you're feeling sleepy, you might let your gaze travel to a spot, excuse me, higher on the wall in front of you, maybe towards where the ceiling and the wall meet. If you're feeling a little wired, maybe you look down towards the ground, somewhere out in front of your yoga mat. Good. We'll release the bind. Bring your right hand over to the left knee. As we start to twist to the left, reach your left arm back and keep your left knee and right hand pressing into each other. So that little bit of a press can give you a sense of balance and contact. The spot that you're twisting around. Good. Take your time coming back around to center. We'll bring that left knee back, coming to table, and then downward facing dog. Take your time, opening up here in downward dog for 5 full breaths. Lower your knees to the mat, shifting your hips to your heels, child's pose. 3 breaths here, rounding over your legs, release your head, release your arms. As you travel back to your tabletop position, take your right leg back behind you with your toes tucked under on the mat. We'll lift the right leg up, keeping that leg parallel with the earth. Press back through your heel. Looking slightly forward on your yoga mat, you might start to walk your left fingers forward, perhaps reaching the left arm forward, thumb towards the sky, maybe looking slightly forward here in your balancing table. Stay steady with your breathing, strong through your back muscles, strong through your core muscles. Find one more full breath. And then we'll lower our hand and our knee back down. Shift your hips a little side to side here. Deep inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Second side, tuck your left toes under, press back through your heel. And then as you're ready, lift your left foot up off of the earth. Gaze slightly forward. You might start to walk your right hand forward or lift your right arm up. Thumb to the sky, gazing slightly forward, balancing table. A lot working here, back muscles, core muscles. Stay steady with your breathing. And lowering back down. Shift your hips again side to side. We're on our way to standing. Coming to a standing forward fold from downward facing dog. So as you tuck your toes and lift your knees, you might take a breath or two in your downward dog and then walk your hands and feet in towards each other. We'll find a few breaths in our standing forward fold. Give a generous bend of your knees and release the weight of your head. Lifting just halfway, slide your hands to the front of your legs, peek forward, lengthen your spine, inhale deeply, and then exhale, fold over your legs again. We'll roll to standing this time. Stack your spine as you slowly roll all the way up. Let me move this back so it's not cutting off the top of my head here. See if we can position this to get, all right. As you arrive into your standing position, let's align our feet. Feet are parallel. Strong through your legs, mountain pose. You could have your hands facing your legs or rotating your palms forward. Beautiful. Two more big breaths here. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels. On your next inhalation, reach your arms all the way up high to the sky. Hands to heart center as you exhale, bringing the hands through the midline right to the space of your heart. Inhale into your heart, remember your intention. And exhale. We'll move through a half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips, touch the earth. Lift halfway on your inhale. Fold all the way in on your exhale. Chair pose with your next inhale. Sitting back in a chair, lift your arms. Stay in your chair as you exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach up, look up. And then exhale your arms by your sides. We'll do this again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Sit back in a chair. Lift your heart, lift your arms, lift your gaze. Stay here as you exhale, and then stand all the way up with a big inhale. Reach up, look up. And then exhale your arms by your sides. Roll your shoulders. We'll do our half salute one more time. On an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Inhale. Stay in your chair as you exhale. Inhale, stand up, reach up, look up, and exhale your arms by your sides. Good. Step your feet wide apart on your yoga mat, with the edges of your feet parallel to the edges of your mat. Take a moment here to bend one knee and the other, checking in with the area of your hips and your inner thighs. It's a little shifting from side to side. Good. As you arrive back at center, turn your whole left leg to point out to the side. Turn your right toes in slightly. Warrior two. We'll bring our arms up parallel to the earth. Deep bend into that left knee. If it goes beyond your ankle, take a wider stance. Good. Very nice. Release your right hand down. Lift your left arm up. Good. Stay steady in your lunge. Reaching through the fingertips, lengthen your side body. Good. Come back to warrior two. Very nice. Bring your forearm to your thigh and reach your right arm up. Bicep by your ear. Good. Yes. Nice long line of energy on that side body. And come back to warrior two. Coming up. Nice. Go ahead, straighten through that left leg. We'll reach into triangle. So reach with your left fingers as far as you can. Keep the side body really long. And then lower your hand to your leg. Beautiful. Reach your right arm straight up to the sky. Very nice. Triangle pose. Opening across your chest, your heart, your shoulders. Inhale to come right on up. Exhale, let's do warrior two one more time on this side. Very nice. Straighten through your left leg. Bring your hands to your hips. We'll turn that leg in. Go ahead and turn your whole right leg out. As you bend into your knee, if you need to take your legs a little wider, you can. Bring your arms up parallel to the earth, warrior two. Good. Lower your left hand down, reach your right arm up. Maybe even a little over, opening that whole side body and waistline. Good. As you come back to warrior two, take a moment, feel into your foundation, the strength of your legs. And then bring your forearm to your thigh and reach your left arm up, bicep by your ear. Good. Yes. Really big stretch along the whole side body here. And then come all the way back to warrior two. Yes, straighten through your right leg. Triangle, you'll reach, keeping the legs straight, the side body long, reach to the right, yes. And then lower your fingers to your leg. That top arm can reach towards the ceiling, keeping your heart really open here. Full breath in, full breath out. On an inhale, let's come up. And then bend your right knee again, warrior two. Good. Very nice. Straighten through your legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your feet parallel to the edges of your yoga mat again. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift up through your heart. Exhale as you begin to hinge forward. Bringing your hands down to the floor or your yoga blocks. You could bend your knees a little bit or even move your feet wider apart. Once you're in your wide-legged forward fold, you could walk your hands a little farther back between your feet, releasing your head towards the floor. Maintain a nice solid footprint, keeping the foundation of your legs and your feet. Good. Walk your hands forward under your shoulders. We'll come up very mindfully. So engaging your core, you could bring your hands to your hips or your legs. And then with a flat back, let's come all the way up to standing on a big inhale. Good. Exhale, press into your legs and feet a little bit more. Good. Inhale your arms up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your hips again. We're going to turn our feet to the left, turning and turning and turning. You need to step them a little closer. You can shift if you need to. Having turned all of your toes as much to the left as possible, we're set up here for warrior one. Lift up through your heart and then bend into your left knee. Keep your right foot grounded, pressing it back and down. You're facing the short end of your yoga mat. You could keep your hands on your hips, or you might inhale and reach your arms to the sky. Keeping the palms facing towards each other, or interlace your hands, releasing just your index finger. Reaching up through your heart, relaxing your shoulder blades down your back. Tone through your low belly, stay grounded in your feet. One more full inhale. And exhale. Bringing hands to heart center. And then hands to your hips, straighten your left leg. We're going to turn all of our toes all the way around, turning them and turning and turning. And as you turn to face the right end of the yoga mat, you could always take your feet wider if you need to, so you have a sense of balance. Feet pointing as much to the right as possible. As you bend into your right knee, keep your left heel anchored down. Again, you could stay here or inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Shoulders relaxed here. Option to interlace your hands overhead, reaching up through just your index finger. Deep inhale expands your heart. Full exhale grounds you from the low back all the way down into the earth. Good. Hands to heart center. Exhale. This time, we're going to bring our hands to our hips and step that left foot to meet the right. Facing towards the short edge of your yoga mat. Inhale your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, and then step back to your push-up position. Lower your knees to the mat, and then lower all the way down to your belly. Cobra pose. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your heart. And then downward facing dog. 5 full breaths in your downward dog. Lower your knees to the mat and bring your legs out around in front, extending out through your legs. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to the floor by your hips. Flex through your feet, spread out through your toes. Dandasana, staff pose. 3 more breaths here. Bend your right knee into your chest. We're going to twist first. And so hugging your knee with your left arm, place your right hand behind you and turn to look over your right shoulder. Good. Coming back around to center, we'll do the other side. Extend your right leg out, bring your left knee in. And as you twist to the left, bring your hand to the earth behind you, hugging your knee with your right arm, looking back over your shoulder. And coming back around on an inhale. Once again, bring your right leg in, this time dropping your knee open to the side. We're coming into a single leg forward fold. If you need to, put a blanket under your right knee to support it. Inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. Exhale as you fold forward, reaching for your left foot. Now you might hold onto your leg or bring your hands to the ground. As we're folding over that left leg, you could take your gaze down towards the floor so your neck stays nice and long. We're here for 5 more full breaths. Explore engaging your quadricep. This can add to that stretch of the back of your leg. So you're having the left leg nice and strong. Good. Let's inhale, come all the way back up and switch sides. Take that right leg out. As you bend your left leg in, we'll drop this knee open to the side. You can shift around a little bit to find your seat. Putting a support under that knee if it's lifted a lot up off of the ground. And then here, while you're still upright, engage through the top of the right leg. So a little bit of a squeeze of that thigh muscle. Inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, taking a hold of your foot or landing your hands along your leg. Good. Letting the gaze travel down towards the leg, keeping your neck long on all sides. 5 full breaths here. We'll inhale, coming all the way back up. When you're ready, and exhale, extending out through both legs. Setting up here again in Dandasana, staff pose. Tall at the posture. Strong through your legs, engaged through your feet. This time, inhale, arms up overhead, and fold over both legs. Exhale, reaching for the feet, maybe landing your hands along the floor. Good. Keeping your neck nice and long, steady with your breathing, opening the back line of the body. When you're ready, inhale, coming all the way back up, and exhale. Bend your knees, walking your feet in. We'll take a hold of the back of our legs here, coming into boat pose. As you walk your feet back, you'll find a point where you're balanced enough you can begin to lift your feet up off of the floor. You might bring your shins parallel to the earth, finding balance here. Keep your heart lifted, shoulders relaxed. Maybe you start to release the hands from the back of your legs. And keep your heart lifted, perhaps reaching a little farther out through your legs. 2 more full breaths here. I see Zoom caught my hands and it gave a thumbs up to this pose. And let's go ahead and release. Giving a little squeeze here. Good job. Scoot forward so you have room behind you to come down onto your back. And as you lower all the way down, give your body a full stretch. So legs out long, arms overhead. Circle your wrist and your ankles, move your fingers and your toes. And then we'll set up for our windshield wiper. So as you bend your knees, scoot your feet a little wider apart on your yoga mat and begin to travel your legs left and right. Your arms could be out into a T or hands on your belly. Any other variation that feels good for your arms as you take a couple more times here from side to side. Back at center, we'll bring the right knee into the chest and flatten the left leg along the mat. And 3 breaths right here. And then moving into our twist, open your right arm out to the floor. Use your left hand to bring your leg over the midline of your body, over towards the floor on the left side. Keep reaching open with your right arm. You might turn your head to the right. 3 more breaths here in your twist. As you unwind, come back to center. Give that knee a squeeze into your chest. And then we will switch sides. Extend the right leg out. Bring your left knee in. Hug your knee directly into your chest for 3 breaths. Setting up for your twist, left arm can open to the floor. Right hand will draw this leg over the body towards the floor on the right side. Optional to turn your gaze over the left shoulder. And we'll find 3 big breaths here. Coming back around to center, let's bring both knees into the chest as you hug your legs in. You could rock right and left in a way that massages your back. Circling your knees a few times. And optional to find happy baby pose, taking your knees wider apart. You could stay here, opening through the hips, the inner thighs, the low back, or take a hold of the edges of your feet. In a happy baby pose, you could stay in stillness, you could rock a little bit. You could even experiment with straightening one leg and bending, and straightening the other leg and bending. Good. Eventually, we'll find a pause in constructive rest with our knees bent, feet on the floor. Adjusting through your low back and shoulders. You might place a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. Taking a moment here to observe the breath. And then release your arms to the floor, extend your legs out long, positioning yourself into Shavasana, this pose of complete surrender, giving us a pause to integrate from our practice. As you place your body coming to a point of stillness, we will do our final breath here with a big inhale. And sigh it out as you exhale. Inviting the whole body to rest in stillness for a few moments. Softening the forehead. Releasing around the face, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. Releasing any efforting. Even the breath becomes more and more relaxed. And begin to find the thread of your breath again. As you start to make small movements with your fingers and toes. And slowly begin to stretch and move. And eventually bend your knees, bringing your feet to the earth. And then slowly roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Find a moment on your side, another breath or two. And then press into your hands to slowly come up to a seated position. You might keep your eyes closed as you transition, finding any comfortable seat. We'll bring our hands together in front of our hearts. A gentle bow of head towards heart. Finding, again, full attention on the rhythm of your breath. And then inviting in one more deeper inhale. Pause at the top. And exhale, bowing head towards heart with a little smile. May we carry the peace of our practice off of our mat and into the world. Thank you so much for your practice. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, friends. See you next time. Have a wonderful day. Stay hydrated. Stay well.